the backbone of this team. Everyone throughout the country, all the media, all the fans, all the podcasts, I've been looking at everybody. Everyone is down on the Dolphins. They don't know shit. We know everything. We're from Kendall. We're from Miami. The Dolphins, I'm not going to give you the record yet. The Dolphins are going to surprise a lot of folks. Hey guys, welcome back to Little Big Opinions. I'm Big.
And I'm Little.
And we are back with another episode of LBO. A lot of news going on with the Miami Dolphins in the last few weeks, month or so. And we just want to give you our take on what the heck is going on with this team.
Yeah, as we're gearing up here for training camp starting soon, had a little lull, but we had an update of things that we've been waiting to happen. And Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith are no longer part of our team. I don't know if you heard.
I heard. I actually heard about a month prior.
Yeah, so Ryan doesn't. I think everybody knows this. If you call me at 7:30 or 8, you're not going to get a hold of me because I'm in the thick of things with patients. And Ryan never calls me
in the morning.
7:30 in the morning. So he calls me, and I'm like, this has to be an emergency. So he calls me and tells me, hey, I got a source. And this is like on June 10th.
It was 3.5 weeks before.
Yeah, 3.5 weeks before. He texts me and he calls me and says, hey, I got huge news. I go, what? He goes, we're trading with the Steelers. And I immediately go, we're going to get what? And you completely ignored me on that. And I go, but are we going to get what? And completely ignored me. But then came up with the news that we were in talks to trade Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith for Minkah Fitzpatrick. And I was like, there's no way this is going to happen. Why do we do this? But I was excited to hear. And when I asked you, I was like, how real is this? The only thing you gave me was like, let's say the janitor knows. So
whoa,
that's what we're saying.
You just released the source. Oh, my gosh. What is wrong with you?
I thought that was fake.
Oh, my gosh.
Is he really the janitor?
I don't know, man. I don't know. We don't talk about him or her. Who knows? I've never met them. But this is from this person proved their worth.
Yeah.
Right?
If only we had a podcast to put out the news early, but we didn't.
Yeah. Next time we come across this news, now we know that we can use this source without them knowing that we're using them.
Right.
And go from there. But you mentioned when you heard the original news when I brought it to you, were you happy about that trade? Were you dishappy? What was your immediate reaction?
I think my immediate reaction was, hey, we're giving up a lot to get one player because Jonnu and Jalen, but I was for sure happy at the moment that we weren't gonna give up Jalen for nothing because that was like the biggest thing that I was thinking. Like, we're gonna get rid of this guy, we're not gonna get anything. So when it comes to now, the trade happened. It was definitely happy. I was happy to hear it. I was happy that it was over. We're moving on from Jalen because it's July. Like, we got to get ready for football, and we're still talking about, is Jalen going to be on our team? Well, we knew he was going to be on our team, but would he be not playing, sitting on the bench, not doing anything and paying him for nothing? Would Jonnu be holed in or not showing up to training camp? So we need to get this out. So I was very happy that we got something, and we got an all-pro, Pro Bowl safety in return, and a guy that we know that you love. I mean, I don't know if people that are fans of the show, Ryan, from day one, didn't want any of those quarterbacks, which could have taken Josh Allen. Didn't want any of those quarterbacks. He wanted Minkah Fitzpatrick from day one, and he's back. How are you feeling about it?
I wrote off Minkah Fitzpatrick when he told, Flores and the team that he wasn't going to commit to the team and he wanted out, right? So he was dead to me, but where there is death, there's rebirth, right? I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
I think they said that in Wedding Crashers. I'm very happy when I originally heard the news for you to get rid of Jalen Ramsey, who had a good Dolphins stint, I would say, right? But the cancer portion of his demeanor and things of that was bleeding into the locker room, and I agree. We don't need any of that. for you, and you originally thought, well, we thought we're going to get maybe like a 5th round pick, 4th round pick at best. Then you lose Jonnu Smith. You throw in Jonnu Smith, had a great year last year, set franchise records at the tight end position for the Miami Dolphins. But did Jonnu Smith, that safety blanket, take away from opening up the offense? Who's to know? In my opinion, yes. In my opinion, this forces Tua and Mike McDaniel into going back to the 2023 offense. So I'm okay with that. And I also don't want to pay a Jonnu Smith $10 to $12 million, whatever he was demanding. Now you get a 5-time Pro Bowl, 3-time first-team All-Pro at the safety position when you just lost Javon Holland. You have these other 2 guys, Melifonwu, learned his name, by the way, in the last few weeks, and Ashton Davis. Now you have a competent safety group. So I also, and you get it for cheaper than what you were paying Jalen Ramsey. We'll go into right now in a little bit what this means for our cornerback, room, for the DB room. But overall, I'm very happy because of that we didn't think that we're going to get anything back. Now, are you hearing through the grapevine, is Minka happy?
So the funny thing,
what are you hearing?
So the funny thing is, I'm telling one of my patients who's kind of a friend at this point as well. 3 weeks ago, I was like, hey, this is the rumor that I'm hearing. And he's like, there's no chance it's going to happen. Why would they do that? Why would we do that? Almost the whole thing. So when the trade happens, he comes in and he's like, dude, you called it. I'm like, yep, I let you know. And he told me that he has a friend that knows Minka, and Minka trains down here apparently, and that Minka had no idea. And his response was like, well, Chris knew. So if Chris knew, how does Minka not know? That was his first response. And his second response was, yeah, Minka's not happy. And I've been looking everywhere for some sort of Minka response. We haven't gotten anything out of it. I don't want to say he's not happy. I don't know. That's the rumor that we heard. Maybe he was just disappointed in the moment from leaving a team like the Steelers and where he thought he might be. I don't want to say he's unhappy to come to the Dolphins, but that was what I was told, is that he wasn't very happy. But he's a Dolphin again. So
he's a Dolphin making $15 million a year this year, Mark. He's making $17 million next year. That's a lot of money that you can go to 11, go party, come back, playmates,
he's apparently not that guy.
He's back, baby.
Apparently he's not that guy, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's not the same.
Who's not that guy, Mark?
I mean, it's not the same.
Stoof, I am not that guy. I'll tell you right now, for a fact. My wife, babe, I am not that guy.
But listen, he's not. It's not the same team he left. It's not Brian Flores. It's a whole different dynamic here. Everyone loves playing for Weaver, so that's for sure something he's going to come in. He's going to be able to collaborate with them. Obviously, he has a big problem when people don't take his opinion into consideration of what he should be playing.
So do you. So
exactly,
yeah. I mean, we all have that.
So he's going to come into this defense, and he's going to be able to be one of the leaders of the defense. As you say, it's going to be a great front seven. It's going to play into him, and he's going to be able to do a lot of the things that made him an All-Pro. So the funny thing is, of course, we're hearing that Jalen is washed up, doesn't even matter. We're not going to get anything for Jalen Ramsey, nothing, blah, 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 all this stuff. All of a sudden, we trade him. Pittsburgh Steelers just got a shutdown corner. He's still the best player ever. He's still an All-Pro player. How can the Dolphins give him up? And we get Minka, and Minka's like, well, he's had really 2 bad years. He's not that good anymore, all this stuff. I'm happy with the fact that we got the younger guy of the two. We got arguably the better player.
In my opinion, yes.
Yeah. So
I mean, career-wise,
well, he's on his way. He needs to turn around. But Minka didn't do this for 1 year. It's not like he was a rookie, had a great year, and then he's had his last 2 years. He's been in the league for 5 years. He has 5 for 6 years, right?
More than yes.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
He's been a Pro Bowler 5 times and All-Pro 3. The last 2 years, coincidentally enough, when Elliott got there, they've asked him to do something different. So I'm looking at all his tape, and all of a sudden, he forgot how to play football. Tight ends are running open in front of him. It definitely seems like there was confusion in the defense. I don't think that everything was to blame was on him, because he definitely knows how to play football. He definitely knows how to play in a scheme, and it seems like there wasn't too much cohesion in the secondary, and I'm very excited to have him back and see what he can do here.
Talking about the scheme, that star role, right, is something that is a hybrid safety linebacker role that can move around in Anthony Weaver's defense, something that Kyle Hamilton, who in my opinion is the best safety for the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. something that role. Minkah Fitzpatrick fits that role perfectly. He also played that role in Alabama, right? So this is a natural fit. I think him coming back to the team that drafted him, right? Wearing that 29 with that old school, of course I point at it and it's not there, old school logo is just sexy to think that this defense is going to be the backbone. I said it months ago. This is going to be the backbone of this team. Everyone throughout the country, all the media, all the fans, all the podcasts, I've been looking at everybody. Everyone is down on the Dolphins. They don't know shit. We know everything. We're from Kendall. We're from Miami. The Dolphins, I'm not going to give you the record yet. I'm not going to say it because we're going to do that another time. The Dolphins are going to surprise a lot of folks for the good. Right. For the good. This defense, how many people have bad cornerbacks and that's the reason why they don't go through the NFL? It's having a bad defensive line. It's having bad linebackers. Chris, get pumped up, dude. I'm sick and tired of this mopey bullshit from this. I'm over this. I'm over this.
I get it. And I think this is a good trade. We wanted Jalen to be able to go into to the star role, and now we got, like to your point, the player that can be in that same star role.
Natural. And
it'll be good for him. I'm excited for the fact that we made a good situation out of something that was definitely going wrong and bad. So I'm going to ask you, though, because you seem not to think about the cornerbacks, and I understand the corners. Maybe you can get by with not the all pros and the number one players, but who's going to play corner still? Who's going to play the second safety?
Is that
role?
for me, or is that? Do I have to answer that question? I don't have to answer that question.
Why not?
Chris Greer and Anthony Weaver need to answer that question, and that's why we got training camp, folks. Okay, Kader Kohu, who's typically been our nickel cornerback.
Yeah, let's push him to the outside.
Yeah, now we got to push him to the outside. Yeah. You got a guy by the name of Storm Duck. Best name in the NFL. He's going to step up. Cam Smith is going to step up. Ethan Bonner is going to step up. And you got the kid Marshall coming out of UF is also going to step up because we all, the Gators. I'm not going to give the Gators
Wow,
props.
you just gave the Gators shout out here. What's going on?
What
Gators
was
props.
that, dude?
Yeah,
What
sorry. I was going to do this, but I got hamstrung by the microphone. It's all going to play out. It's fine. I'm not worried about it yet. People get released and stuff like that. We're going to be okay.
We want to release
We're gonna be
corner
okay.
is what you're telling me.
It's kind of like...
We could have had one. His name was Jair Alexander, but of course...
He's super expensive.
Not good enough for the Dolphins, but good enough for the Ravens.
He's too expensive. And by the way, Asante Samuel Sr., okay,
Oof.
coming out, I don't know, Mark, if you saw this. Asante Samuel Jr. went to FSU along with his father, F the Knowles, is a free agent and is someone that we've been looking at, and we brought him in. Asante Samuel Sr. goes on a podcast, Mark, and says that the Dolphins are dysfunctional. They're run like a fantasy football, fantasy league, fantasy football team.
He's not wrong.
Keep your comments to yourself, okay? Just because you go on a podcast doesn't mean you can say whatever you want.
But
is he wrong? Is he wrong, though?
Is he wrong? He's absolutely wrong, okay? It's not a fantasy football team. This is a mediocre in-and-out team. You know how impressive you have to be to go 7-9, 7-10, 8-9, 9-8 every year, folks. It is so hard to be a mediocre team, constant year in and year out. We don't give ourselves justice.
We're doing a great job of that. I mean,
exactly.
Nothing else.
So the cornerbacks, I'm not worried about that yet because when you have that front seven like we do, and you have the safeties to help you on the top, I can have deficiencies at one or two positions on the outside. The NFL is not built on passing anymore. It's not built on stud wide receivers.
What's wrong with you, dude? Pay attention. We're gonna
be okay.
We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. But we're gonna get to the second part of this trade, and it goes into we don't want to be here, trashing the coaches and the GM. But I'm not gonna trash the GM. But I'm just gonna say I'm okay with you letting Jonnu walk. And I'm going to tell you why. He's been a guy that's been in the league for a very long time, never had a year like that he had last year. He's getting up there in age. But if you knew that there was some rumblings that he might not want to come back, why aren't we drafting a guy? Why aren't we planning for this? This is where year after year there's clear holes, and you just completely forget about them.
Same thing with the cornerback position.
Correct.
Right? You can make
So,
that case.
To everything that your point of like, okay, well, we don't need superstar corners in every defense. I would agree with that, but we could draft like a second or third rounder. We'd trade it out of a third round. So again, there's no vision. It's just everything's reacting to what's going on, and it's
reactive, not being proactive.
right. And that's a little bit of a concern. I don't understand how we always find ourselves in the same thing, but here we are. Jonnu's gone. So I'm okay with it in the sense of like, I don't want to pay him. I don't. He's 30 years old. It's his best year ever, as you pointed out. And I do think that he was successful because of how bad the offense was. It was supposed to be something. It wasn't that. And they had to like kind of change the offense. And then they just focused on Jonnu. And I think that you can get that with who we're thinking of replacing him with, and Darren Waller. I don't think that it's that big of a difference, a drop off.
I completely disagree with you on that. This guy hasn't played since 2023. Came out and said that he didn't have the love for the game. He didn't feel it anymore. Is that the person that you pay $5 million to come off the couch, right? Who knows what physical condition this guy's in, what mental condition this guy's in.
Have you watched his interview?
He's a country singer now, Mark. He's a country singer.
His interview with John Gruden. You know John Gruden of Barstool?
Of course.
You know?
Yes.
Fire Football Coaches Association. I watched that interview, and he got me feeling nicey. All right? He's got me feeling nicey. All right? Waller was all about playing for two people. He said, would you ever come back? He said, I'll pay for you. Obviously, you're going to say that to the guy. But he said out of nowhere, I'll play for Frank Smith.
Frank Smith.
Okay? So if he says, I'm good, I'm going to play. I'm not asking to be the starting tight end. He doesn't need to play all the time.
So who's the starting tight end? Pharaoh Brown?
So Pharaoh Brown is going to be the probably the number one guy in Julian Hill is in 12 personnel.
Oh my gosh, Mark. This is the worst football player I have ever seen. Julian Hill is the worst football player I have ever seen.
Well, they don't seem to think so.
But they don't have a podcast. We have a podcast, and that means we know what we're doing.
You can't just get on a podcast, say whatever you want.
You can say whatever you want. You can say that you're
ago.
credible. I am credible. My name is Ryan LaFarga. I am credible. How can you... Julian Hill is un muerto.
You think Pharaoh Brown's anything better than Julian Hill?
No, he's a blocker, but he is what it is. But he's not committing penalty after penalty in huge games and missing drops and missing coverages.
According to his O-line coach, he said that Julian Hill, a lot of his penalties were due to other people not doing their job.
Oh,
what a passive. I hate people.
Why would he defend them and not defend? Like, why would he do that for Julian Hill but not the other people?
Because he's trying to grow confidence into this muerto that is Julian Hill. You have any confidence in Julian Hill?
No, but I do have confidence in, like you said, going back into our 2023 offense where Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle were involved in the offense, throwing little dump offs instead of to Jonnu Smith, but to Devon A-Chain, and having more of a running game that they could depend on, and having those people with the ball versus Jonnu Smith with the ball. Jonnu Smith was very good for us last year.
Good after the catch, but he is not these faster players.
Right, good after the catch, but I mean, Tyreek Hill's not good after the catch. Jalen Waddle's not good after the catch. Devon A-Chain's not good after the catch. Like, we got plenty of those. And then you have Waller now. You have Nick Westbrook, who are the big-bodied guys that could do some of the stuff that catch the ball at the corner of the end zone, do the things that Jonnu Smith did. We could replace his productivity, believe it or not. That's just what I think. So I'm fine with it.
I want a shot bet.
You're going to take a chance on Darren Waller? Sure. Would I have preferred a better option? I already started the segment by saying
a $5 million
give me something better. Go into the season and the offseason thinking I'm going to replace him, but whatever. Take a flyer.
A $5 million flyer, folks. A $5 million flyer. That's one hell of a flyer.
They're going to pay him.
I want a shot bet on the record.
Okay.
I want a shot bet on the record. How many games, not stats. I'm not going to go to stats with Darren Waller. How many games Darren Waller is going to play?
It's your over-under, so you tell me, just give me the start. I'll tell you.
I'm going to go 10.5 games.
10.5.
He just plays. He doesn't have to start.
That's a lot of games.
Okay. All right. Tough guy. How about we do 7.5 games?
All right. Over.
Oh, thanks. Wow, you're a hell of a negotiator. My God. I just got taken like a fool.
Deal.
Wow.
Shot bet?
Shot bet. Yes.
All right,
yes.
I'll be nice to you. 8.
No, it has
You
to be a
have-
half. This guy doesn't get it, Mark. He doesn't gamble.
8.5.
Yeah. Eight. I
gonna
gave
say
you. We
over.
just shook on 7.5. I'm not
right.
going back on that.
Deal.
Okay.
So I'll say one thing. When we brought Jonnu, everyone felt the same way about him. No one thought that he was going to do what he did, right? Like, all we really need is someone to go 5 yards and right in the middle, big body, just throw it right there. It's easy dump offs. That's what we kind of live on. And if you have a big body that you could just go 3-4 yards.
Exactly.
That's what we're looking
It
for.
could be, you could throw myself out there or yourselves out. Well, not you guys. You guys are little guys. But if I went out there, I could probably, box out, get a couple catches. How many catches do you think? If I got 10 targets from Tua, how many catches am I making? Knowing how good these hands are.
10 catches?
10 targets.
10 targets.
10
I
targets?
got 0.
0.
With NFL guys around you trying to like slap the ball out of your hands while
They're
you're
not going to
catching
be
it,
around me. I'm gonna cut and be open.
you think you're gonna get open?
Yeah, of course I am.
Have you seen yourself run?
I think the real question
I can cut.
You can't jump over a speed bump, my friend. Like, what do you think is gonna
You
happen?
don't have
here?
to jump. And but you're absolutely right by that. I cannot jump over a speed bump. That's for sure.
All right. Well.
Can you block? Show us your stance. Show us a little stance. Little.
Oh God.
You know my lower back is.
Don't get hurt. You have to
my lower back has been hurting a lot lately.
You have
by
to
the
stay
way.
in the
Gotta talk to you
camera.
about
Let me
Where
get-
are you going? You gotta stay.
Yeah,
over
perfect. Right there. Let me. I'm gonna call you off. All right. Ready? Down. Do it. Oof.
Well,
You like that, folks?
that's amazing. Back to this. Darren Waller.
You could just pull my
don't.
hammy.
You really don't think it's worth the risk? I mean, like the reward on this. Like
I can't feel my testicles right now. What are you saying?
What are we doing here? Like, is it really not worth the chance that he may be good? If he's not,
$5 million?
it's not your money. No one's asking you for money. What are you doing?
What do you mean it's not your money? That's a terrible defense. We can use that for somebody else, a premier corner that we can get that
What premier
gets
corner
released.
is?
Asante Samuel Jr.
He can't. He's not even cleared
Just
to
kidding.
hit yet. But okay, we're moving on. I guess you would then like this. Apparently, there's still a chance that they're looking at different tight ends.
Ooh.
Specifically, Kyle Pitts. You have more information on Kyle Pitts. What do you think? What was that?
I have more information on Kyle Pitts?
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't talk about this. Kyle Pitts, ladies and gentlemen, is a waste of space. Okay, this guy came in, what is he, a top 10 draft pick? I think he was definitely a top 10 draft pick. I mean, is a nuisance to the football. Okay, this guy brings nothing to the table, is a freak athlete. I get that. He's a gator, ladies and gentlemen. That proves everything of what he is. Okay, Kyle Pitts deserves nothing to be on this team of Miami Dolphins. He will bring nothing to this team. He has brought nothing to the Atlanta Falcons as well. Okay, this guy the other day, last season, caught a football, then fumbled it into an opposing player's on his own 5. Okay, or his opposing 5 was about to score, and the person ran it down for a fumble, pick 6, or whatever you want to call it, scoop and score. I don't want anything to do with Kyle Pitts, and if you are a moron to draft Kyle Pitts when he's sitting there in the 9th round of our fantasy football team, then you deserve everything coming to you. Was that a good answer?
I guess, but again, we're talking a week and a half away from training camp starting. You just said it. We have Farrell Brown, Julian Hill, Darren Waller, which you clearly don't like either. If you throw a second rounder or a third rounder to try to get Kyle Pitts,
second rounder?
yeah, you're not going to get him for less than that. We all know that. I'm fine. Like, go get him.
Where are you coming with all this nonchalant like spending and you're mortgaging your future?
Mortgage in the future.
He has nothing to do with
These
your
guys have
future.
nothing left.
You have
Mike
full,
McDaniel and Chris Greer have nothing left.
You have full. I agree with you on there, but you have full confidence in Kyle Pitts.
I have full confidence in my boy Tua. It's been a while, guys. It's been a while. I've been sitting at home watching YouTube, looking at his highlights. I sent you some highlights, some nice throws that he makes. I have confidence in 2003 offense that we had and how we can actually make changes to make it better. And I do think that certain players will help this offense for what we need right now. And Kyle Pitts would definitely help this offense. Is he going to be a Pro Bowler? No. Is he going to be a primary target on the? No. But is he going to be able to go down the seam, make big catches at moments because of all the defenses going to other places? I think so. That's all I'm saying.
Let's look this guy's stats up real quick. Kyle Pitts. 6'6", 246 pounds. He's
Yeah.
a stud. He's a freak athlete. Okay? Say it again?
Talking to the mic.
Talking to the mic. One-time Pro Bowler. I had no idea. That was his rookie year. Okay. The last 2 years he's played every single game. Last year.
That's good. Better than anything we have.
Last year, 2 years ago, 53 catches, 667 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I'll take 602 yards with 47 receptions and 4 touchdowns. I'll take that. This year. You won't take that productivity?
Where do you see drops? They don't have drops on here?
I mean, he's 24 years old. You're not telling me that you rather have him doing instead of Jonnu?
He's
what
way more expensive. He was the 4th overall pick.
I get it, but you're not. It's not your 4th overall pick. You get to just drive around the end of the lease. It's great.
The end of the lease. Who do you know has ever driven the end of a lease? No one does that.
Well, we could be those guys.
That's the best time to buy. You buy it right after a couple years. It's 30,000 miles. It's less than half the price. After a lease, that's what you go for. That's what I got behind me.
Okay, all right. Well, you guys, I do take your word for vehicles, but when it comes to tight ends, I don't take your advice.
He's making $10 million this year.
It's a shit ton of
Would
money.
you rather not pay him versus your Darren Waller?
For another $5 million?
Yes.
No, the answer is no. We got bigger needs. The tight end is not a need in this offense. The tight end took away from your big play offense back in 2023. Get away from these tight ends and go back to just aerating it out.
And just so you know, the Waller contract is worth up to $5 million. He's not making $5 million.
Yeah, he probably gets $1 million for every game he plays because they don't think that he's going to actually start the season.
Well, here we are. So,
Darren, we'll love to have you on the podcast, by the way. We'd love to have you.
yeah, good luck with that now. So, at the end of this, how are you feeling? Did we win the trades? Did we lose the trades?
We absolutely
Do you feel any
won.
better after the trades than you did before the trade? So instead of 13
I always
wins,
feel
you
good.
think 12
I always
wins.
feel good about this team when we're in July and August and September. I mean, it's in me to just root for this team and feel optimistic. I obviously do feel that we won the trade because of what we've discussed before, that with the anticipation that we were not going to get anything back for Jalen Ramsey. So to bring on a caliber of a player that is Minkah Fitzpatrick that can come and teach some of these younger safeties and the DB room, I think is a plus with us trying to fix the locker room that we're supposed to do. So I think we won the trade in that aspect. Do I like the Darren Waller signing? Absolutely not. I thought that was just something like a paying OBJ $7 million a year or whatever we did to not do anything, that we released them in late football, weather, or late season of the football. That makes no sense to me. Are we better than we were a few weeks back? Absolutely we are. Absolutely we are. And we're going to win a lot of games.
Well, we'll get
We're gonna
into
win a
that
lot
a
of
different
games.
day. We just wanted to get in here and talk a little about Dolphins before the training camp starts. But before we go, I do have a question for you, and I do think that you like this question. So we're going to do a Chris's question of the day segment here. And today was popping. I couldn't believe it, but here we are. If you order pizza tonight and you have some pizza.
Ordering pizza tonight?
Yeah, we're ordering pizza tonight. And tomorrow you go to eat it. Do you reheat it or eat it cold?
You absolutely eat it cold. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, is that the proper way to eat it?
Mark?
Absolutely not. I've done that before too.
What is wrong with you guys? Just heat up your food. Heat up the pizza. It's better heated up than it is cold.
I don't have my anticipation of eating the food always outweighs me doing the proper mechanics of heating up the food. Now, I'll tell you this. My wife is a savant in the kitchen. And that's one of the reasons why I married her.
A savant. Wow.
Yeah. She's incredible. She reminds me of my father. And she is the type of person, just like my father, who's a good cook. They do things the right way, such as heating up the pizza either in the oven. Air fryer is another.
Air fryer is game changer.
Is a game changer. Or putting a little water on a frying pan and you doing it that way. She just knows how to heat up food. She knows how to prep the right way. So when I just ate and scarfed down this disgusting old pizza, she's there just looking at me, having like a cheese pull and really enjoying it. So is it the right way? No, but I do eat cold pizza all the time. Look at me.
All right.
What did you expect me to say?
I thought you would go with the answer you're telling about Stoof. Like, it's got to be a very well thought out reheat.
A gutter palate like myself? There's no absolutely no way.
Cold pizza. Just so you guys know, you guys are wrong because in our poll today, way more reheat than cold. But guys, heat up your pizza, man.
Well, how do you heat it up? Well, give me your method of madness.
So it depends. If I have to reheat it for Brittany and the whole thing, then I have to do something nice. So I'll do air fryer, but not just put it in the microwave. No big deal.
The microwave, that's a terrible answer, Mark.
Yeah, I just
The
want
microwave is a terrible way to heat up pizza. It doesn't come out crispy and it's
fine.
floppy.
It's better than cold.
It's like Lunchables pizza.
And plus,
it's
you
terrible.
know how much bacteria is coming off that cheese that you're having? Heat it up. Get that out of there.
Bacteria?
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
Actually, the bacteria is less in the fridge. If whatever's cold, it doesn't hold the bacteria, so it's actually less bacteria.
But it's not less than heating in the microwave. Microwave kills everything.
Kills everything, huh?
I don't know.
Including sperm counts, too. That's what I've heard.
Not mine.
That's what I've heard.
You're standing around the microwave?
Oh, yeah. When I go to the office, I just stand like
All right,
this.
enough standing up. You're gonna hurt.
Like that.
You're gonna hurt yourself. Let's get out of here before you keep hurting yourself. So I think that's enough for today.
Hey, guys and ladies, we missed you guys. We're back. We're here. We're going to bring you content. We're just going to bring you lots of laughs, love, and spit takes towards Darren Waller and his future and Kyle Pitts, the waste that he is. We love you guys. Stick with us. We're going to have a nice, fun-filled year, and we're going to ride it all the way to the Super Bowl. Okay?
Yeah, we got some good shows planned for you. We're gonna have some division previews. So if you're not a fan of the Miami Dolphins, don't worry. You can get a little bit of a take of what your team is going to look like this year, or at least their division is going to look like. We're going to be with you during training camp. You're going to hear. We're going to try to get out to training camp as well.
Yep.
Try to see if we can get out to our members' day. That would be nice. And then, like you said, the ride's going to be fun. I have a very, very good feeling that we're going to have a lot of fun. That's all I can say.
Like and subscribe, right, Mark? What are we liking and what are we subscribing? 786 Sports, Cultura Media. What should they go press? What button should they press other than their wives' buttons?
Well, right below, right down is subscribe. You're on the 786 YouTube page. Make sure to go check us out on Instagram, Twitter, all of them. Cultura Media House as well. That's a separate one, but it is all the same entity. So go check them out. We're doing some great stuff. Thank you guys.
Yeah, and make sure you comment below. You reheat your pizza or you don't reheat your pizza. Sayonara, suckers.